This is probably one of the hardest videos I've had to make. I took the CSS exam in 2024. I gave it everything I had, but I failed. And today I want to share my journey. And I'm not making this video to gain sympathy, but I want to share my journey, my story, and the 3 very important lessons that you can learn if you're just starting out. So, back in 2022, right after my college studies, that's when my journey starts. And I was very much interested in studying everything about CSS, not just the optional subjects or the compulsory. I was watching every video because I know it's incredibly different from all the other exams. And today, that's why I'm making this video, because I think it's very, very important that we learn from each other. Now, it's been 2 weeks that I saw my result. The result is out, and it is devastating because I failed it. And I don't want to put my mistakes under the rubble because I know I've committed mistakes, and because I failed English Presse, the only paper. And it's a funny story actually, because on the very day when we were appearing for the exam, it was the first English essay paper, and I wrote a nice brief outline on globalization and national economies. And I started writing in a nice expression and some very lofty words and all that. And then I realized that I'm going really well. But when I finished my first half of the essay, I realized that I was running out of time. And so I had to speed up my writing. And what happened was the other portion of my writing, I was just going through it like a lightning speed. And when the paper was over, I came out of the room and I was horrified. I was scared to death. I thought, that's it. I actually completely messed it up. But then I had to give myself a cool, calm, composed mode, and that was just not available at that time because I was feeling anxious. And also, migraine hit me. It was pretty freezing and raining in the shower. And then there was English Presse paper. And then I went to the hall again. I was again under pressure because I was thinking about essay paper. And when I started writing MCQs, I was very much overexcited as well because I thought the words were pretty easy. So when I pulled the MCQs paper and I wanted to see it for myself, just for a quick reflection, because I was just overexcited and I thought I had done it completely amazing. I was very happy. But then when I looked at it, with a broader lens, I saw something scarier. What I saw was that there were like 2 sections. One was you got to write most similar word or the most opposite word. And what I wrote was I put them the most opposite in the most similar and the most similar into the most opposite. And then I realized that I made this mistake because I got into a lot of pressure, and I could not, control my nerves. And then when I saw the result, that was the only paper that I failed. And it's pretty heartbreaking, when you see that the paper that I was more anxious about, English essay, it is passed, but per se paper, it's gone out of the window. So here are 3 important lessons that I want to share. Number 1 is, of course, CSS exam is all about controlling your nerves. You got to act like a stoic, very calm, very composed, and very easygoing. Because on the very first day, this pressure will get to you naturally. And I've seen a lot of my friends and peers, and even in the exam hall, when you analyze, the environment, everyone is very tense. And they're very tense because I know it's the most anticipated or the most ambitious or the most competitive exam of their lives. So you got to give respect and credit. But at the same time, I think the most important thing you can do at that very moment is to think in present time. What it means is that when they give you a paper, think that I just need to play my best game in 3 hours. That's it. And when you think like that, then I believe That's, the pressure, everything is just, it just takes off completely, and you feel in the rhythm. And you need that momentum. And momentum comes only when you get into the right flow, to the right start. And it comes only when you are confident and when you feel like, I just completely have to focus on this one task. Lesson number 2 is do not waste your time on buying guides or notes. And there is a reason for it. First, we have YouTube. Amazing lectures are available on YouTube. Another reason would be also because there is just, it just does not make a lot of sense when you listen or when you get help from notes or quick guides. Because first and foremost, you need to understand that CSS is not like a rote learning. You need to have a very much deep, intellectual, and great analytical approach in your studies. And it only comes with a deep down, great, authentic material studies. And it comes when you listen to lectures, or when you read a proper subjective opinion book, or when you read a great opinion article of and Don.com, or Tribune, or Foreign Affairs, or Diplomat, Al Jazeera, TRT World. So many amazing websites that I can, name them. Um, so yeah, do not go for it. I mean, market is flooded with all these books and guides, but it just does not make sense completely. And the last lesson I want to share is give mocks. I personally did not attend any academy, never had the opportunity, but I did give online mocks. There was a guy named Shazib Khalil. He actually evaluated 5 of my essays. He passed 4 of my essays. And there was also May Maisha. She also evaluated my essays. I want to thank them, seriously. Um, Also, you need kind of a momentum period in your CSS journey. And when you give online mocks, that's when you feel the momentum of all the preparation that you've been doing for months and years. So that's very important. And I think some people miss that opportunity. Sets well. So make sure that you give mocks. If you can go to a physical academy, that's a great option. If you want to give it online, that's also fantastic. So that's it. 3 lessons. Thank you so much. And the reason I shared my journey is because I feel like there are a lot of people who will be looking to appear for CSS 2026, and I hope that they can learn something out of this video. So thank you so much for watching. And of course, I just started this YouTube channel. It's been just a few videos, so a sub would be highly appreciated. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.